Hey everyone, as you may see I've just done my summary bohemian boho kind of hair look. It's a really nice hot day, so I just thought I'd take advantage and use my flowery headband that my lovely boyfriend bought for me. Yeah, but today I've also really wanted to talk about weight loss. It is a big subject. All women have issues with weight, be it too thin. I don't think many of us like that, but a lot of us do tend to feel a little bit pressured by the media world and all that we see around us. And I just wanted to kind of address that today and tell you guys my tips on weight loss, and how to stay feeling good, looking good, and keeping healthy in yourself. I'm not very healthy at the moment, as you could probably hear. I have got an awful cold, so I do apologise for my manly voice at the moment. But yeah, the first thing I wanted to talk about weight issues was the media issue that I find a big problem. We're so consumed with images of perfect looking people. You know, size 0 has been a big trend in the last few years. It's kind of coming out now, which I'm really glad about that. More people like Kim Kardashian are coming into the foreground, people with curves, and that's really good. I always think an hourglass shape looks a lot better than just a flat stick shape. I mean, who really wants to be just ribs and bones? It's really not attractive at all. And I find images in the magazines really frustrating sometimes, because you can tell they're so edited and they look picture perfect, they look amazing, which they probably do in real life, but not to the extent that they portray them in the media. Like, they don't have any cellulite on their legs unless they're doing them sort of sheets in the magazine where they're circled some cellulite and showed it whoa, she's got cellulite. It's yeah, that's not really a big deal, but okay. So yeah, it really does wind me up. Why? I mean, that whole section kind of winds me up. They point things out and oh, they've got cellulite or something. The only time I find them kind of bad is if it's something that you wouldn't expect. Cellulite is just normal, or wrinkles are just normal, or spots are just normal. Everyone gets them. So yeah, them things kind of annoy me a little bit, unless it's something really major and I'm whoa. But yeah, I want to really encourage women of all different sizes to just appreciate what they've got. And if you are slightly overweight, you know, this is a good time to help yourself, to feel good about yourself and to embrace what you have as well. No one's going to be perfect, and I don't want anyone to be super skinny, whatever you do. So, but these are just my sort of little tips, what I feel about weight loss, and in a fashion and beauty conscious world, it is a big deal nowadays. But I also want to make clear that no one's perfect. Magazines lie. I actually had a photo shoot one day. It was a hair shoot, and it was just amazing how different they could make me look. I mean, they didn't actually edit it very much, but it was my hair that they edited a ton. It was kind of a messy bun look, and with all the little hairs, you know, we have you can kind of see them with the camera, just little odd hairs that kind of flick out of your head. Everyone has them. It's completely normal, you know, but to make the picture look perfect, they edited all the little hairs out, so it was just a really crisp line. It was really amazing how it was done, but in another sense of that, I could see how that could be done on someone's body to make them look perfect. So it's one thing doing it on someone's hair just to get rid of little hairs, but I could see how dramatically, they can change an image to make it different. And so yeah, don't always believe what you see in a magazine, and it's good to aspire to look like people that are pretty and healthy. Like Kim Kardashian is a big one because I feel like she's got a lovely body shape. You know, people like that that are more kind of, you know, beautiful and womanly. That's a great way to look at it. But anyway, my weight tips. Right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my personal weight story, and then I'll tell you some tips. I'll say some tips and you can follow them if you like. Yeah, so my weight story has been, when I was younger, I was really, really skinny, really skinny. You can see my ribs, you can see my hip bones, you can see these bones here. I was really, really skinny, but I did a lot of sport when I was younger. I was really into sport. And then, so yeah, I was always really skinny, and it was kind of like I could eat what I wanted, do what I wanted, and I was one of them annoying people that could eat and eat and eat and not put on weight, but I was doing a lot of exercise, really a lot of exercise. Then when I got into secondary school, I wasn't doing as much exercise, but still with PE lessons, which are like physical education lessons. You're doing a lot of activity. I was kind of still quite skinny, but I did find with my hormone changes that I couldn't eat what I wanted anymore, or I had to watch a little bit more what I was eating because I was doing less exercise. And I think it comes with your hormones as well as you develop as a woman. You can't just eat whatever you want because it is going to go on your tummy. So yeah, so that's when I really realised, oh, I can't eat what I wanted anymore. And there was still people, there were still my friends and stuff that could eat whatever they wanted and not put on weight, which is seriously annoying. But I wasn't one of them people. So I did have to watch what I was eating quite a bit, because I think it was kind of year 11, the last year of secondary school, which is like high school, because we finished school at 16 in England, where I was like, okay, I can't just eat anything that I want. I need to just be careful about what I'm eating, because I noticed I had put a little bit of weight on. Not like I was fat or anything, but I was a little bit chubbier than perhaps like what I am now. I was a little bit chubbier. I had a little bit more weight on my face. That's one thing that I could tell when I lost weight. It's definitely my face looked a lot thinner. It's a little bit of my weight story. And then after secondary school, I did college, and I hardly do exercise. I'm really, really bad. I maybe go swimming the odd time. I do a bit of walking, but I don't really do much exercise nowadays. It is really bad, so I really do have to watch what I'm doing and, you know, push myself to go on walks, to get out and be active, because a lot of the time, you know, I'm on my feet doing hairdressing, but it's not as if you're really, really active. You're not running about, you may be just walking, getting scissors, getting combs, you know, you're on your feet, but you're not doing much with your body. So yeah, I have had to be a lot more careful. So that was just kind of my little weight story up to now. So now I'm going to share with you guys my tips, and I'm not talking about diets or anything like that. I do think some diets are good, but I think it's less about dieting and more about a healthy lifestyle. You know, you really need to try and eat vegetables and fruit. I'm really lucky because my mum is always been like, she has always sort of cooked vegetables. It's been natural for me to have vegetables all the time from a very early age. However, I wasn't really aware that quite a few people don't eat vegetables like every other day or every day, and that kind of surprised me. But it was a few of my friends I noticed, like, they had like chips and stuff like every day. And I was kind of like, oh, okay then. And like, when I went to my boyfriend, he often had like takeaways and stuff that aren't no good for you. He does a lot of like manual work, so, you know, he's alright with that. But if I was to eat takeaways like a lot of the time, or chips or pizzas and stuff, I would soon know about it. I think women are a little bit more unlucky in that sense, that as soon as you know you put it on, it's going to stay with you for longer than what a man does, because really big crucial factor: try and eat healthily, try and eat vegetables at least every other day, try and eat fruit. Sorry about that, guys, my sister just came in, and she actually told me a really good thing to tell you guys, as well as going, you know, for an apple or an orange when you feel like a chocolate or crisps, to drink lots of, I guess you can tell I'm going to say water. Water is your friend. No, water is, it's good for everything. It's good for detoxifying, for a detox of your system, and your immune system, and just to make you feel better in yourself. It's good for your skin, it's good for your eyes, your nails and your hair. But as well as this, water, I don't believe has like calories. Like, you know, with fizzy drinks, and they have sugar, they have a slight amount of fat actually, some of them, and there's more calories in them, so you are going to put on a little more weight. So water is just what you should be drinking. I've kind of found this out. I'm not saying that I drink all the time or anything, because here in England the age that you can go out clubbing and drinking is 18, which I obviously am. Over in America I believe it's 21, which is some ways is actually quite a good thing. Yeah. But in other ways, I guess it must be kind of a little bit annoying for you guys. I don't know how like Americans feel about that. If you've got like any like response to me about that, put it down below, because I'd love to hear. Like, that's a question I've always kind of wondered. Like, does that annoy you that you have to wait till you're 21 even though you finish school at like 18 and things? Because if I know personally, I know English is a little England is a little bit of a different culture to American culture, but I know personally I would be a little bit like, oh, I've got to wait till I'm 21 because over here, like, it's kind of like a normal thing. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm used to it now because I'm 18 and that's just normal over here. And like, you go out and you go clubbing and you can have a drink when you're 18. I don't go out all the time. I don't get out of my phase. So you're only allowed, I think, 2 units like a day, but when you're out with your friends, you probably are going to drink a little bit more. I don't recommend obviously drinking when you're over the age of 21 too much, because, or over the age of 18 if you live in England, too much, because it really just put on weight. It makes your skin horrible and dried out, and I really did notice when I turned 18 just how much it really did put on weight actually. So yeah, just limit yourself. You know, you don't need drink to have a good time when you go out. And you know, when you're having a drink of wine with a meal or something, maybe even just opt to have like water or you know, just like another drink, because it really does start to put on weight. I mean, I found from when I was a teenager, from about 13, I needed to start to just think about a healthy lifestyle, because I did start to put on a little bit of weight. So those are my healthy tips. Live a healthy lifestyle. Do try and exercise as much as you can. I know it's hard in this sort of world that we live in now. It is hard. Don't pay attention to media. It's all a load of edited stuff. And yeah, just be happy with who you are, embrace who you are, and try and make the best out of who you are, because your body is a temple and you should look after it and respect it, and God gave you it, so look after it. So that's all I wanted to say on that matter, guys. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.